What is up, YouTube? Hi, everyone. Hope everyone's been doing well. I have some good news, first of all, number one, and some terrible news, secondly. Sometimes, guys, these things happen. You might have noticed the enclosure over there. Unfortunately, our Weaver Queen didn't make it. I basically have already taken her out and disposed of her body. It was quite upsetting. Sometimes these things happen. She was laying eggs when I first received her. Unfortunately, about a week after I had gotten her, she ate all her larvae, ate all the eggs, and then started laying again, which I was nervous about, but she eventually laid more eggs, and but she stopped after about 3 to 4 eggs. And about a week after that, she basically stopped moving and didn't want to eat anything. I tried feeding her sugar water myself. I tried feeding her proteins, insects, the mince like I've had on the channel before, cooked food, nothing she would take. Everything she basically took out of the test tube and disposed of it. This was her test tube over here. So she had the test tube, and I would try and feed it here inside, just inside the entrance, and she basically disposed of it. So very heartbreaking. These type of things happen to ant keepers now and again, and you never get used to it. It never gets better. But I do have something that has at least made it a bit better in a way. So just a quick one. Europanera have got a new enclosure. They were in this. Excuse my dirty little bug cutting scissors. They were in here, as you guys can recall. No longer in here. They are now in where the drop tails used to be. They are doing super well. So this is the most hydrated area of the nest. You'll see, if I can quickly hydrate, you'll see that the droplet forms there. So that part of the nest is actually the most hydrated. Just like that. So there are a species that likes hydration, but not too much. You'll notice there's other larvae over here. There's eggs over there, busy drying out and such. Look at all that larva. Now Andrew from Ant South Africa and I have a bit of a competition to see whose colony is going to be the biggest before winter come. I'm sitting on roughly about 80 workers now, all in all. So there's the outworld. It was the Droptail's old one. They are seemingly loving it. Definitely loving it. And you'll see the darker yellow specks, those are freshly laid eggs. So the queen is definitely thriving as well. And then the other thing is the maculatus. They are becoming a pest. I've got workers escaping. And I usually used to leave these enclosures open like these ones are, but they basically got out, and I had about, case in point, you'll see one right over there. I had a problem with, I got about 20, I counted roughly, that had gotten out. So like this one, I have one, I just spotted now in the Merinopolis enclosure right over there. So they're becoming a pest. I added another outworld for them. So now they have 2 nests, segments. Okay, look at all those eggs. Let me just show you quickly. Look at all that brood. That's gonna go super. The other one is basically just being housed by workers. So this is the main, nest storage area. And then they have outworld number 1, outworld number 2. I'm gonna try and catch that worker later on, but she's feisty. On to the, how can we call her? The red hot rod. There we go. Our hot rod Camponotus. As some of you have seen on our WhatsApp group, I have put a photo already. Let me put a light on so we... Camponotus Ruffoglockus, however you want to pronounce that. I will put a little text bubble so that everyone has a nice look of her. As you guys can make out, she is red, and then the hairs of Agaster are a gold greenish color. So what I'm going to do is, this is a beautiful species, guys. When I saw her, I thought of a Ferrari, for instance, with the red and the gold wheels. That is my first thought. Call me a petrol head if you guys will. Camponotus Ruffoglockus. So very special, very rare in the sense that not a lot of keepers of us in SA have this species. As far as we are known is that there's about 2 of us. Myself and Ludwig from A Bugman's Life. I'll put a link in the description as well to his channel. He's the one that is fortunate enough to have the 2 colonies of fulvopilosis. Amazing person. He came into clutch when we had the problem with the weaver, and he tried to make things a bit better for us and the channel, and he basically had this colony for us and he sold it to me. Very, very grateful to him. So let's just show a quick one. Camponotus Ruffoglockus. For those that are wondering how big do they get, I have compared the workers. The nanitics right now are slightly bigger. They're slightly bigger than what the Cinctillus is. The other colony, we quickly just show that. So they're slightly bigger than the media workers of the colony. This is the Cinctillus one, if you guys can recall. They're doing very well. They're going to stay in this enclosure till winter end, because ants don't like a lot of space, especially in winter. So they will stay in here. So, got the colony last week. There were 4 workers with 1 cocoon. As you can count, there are 5 workers right now. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, and then the 5th one over there. There's another cocoon right now in there, if we can spot with the queenie that's now guarding her eggs. And about 2 to 3 larvae that are going to spin in the next week or so, by my guesstimates. Now, some of you are wondering, is this water not too little? What I'm going to do is, this series, I'm going to make how to care for a starter colony. So each video, I will discuss each stage that a keeper needs and how it progresses, and how we can basically try and aid the colonies into the best way possible. I've had a lot of new keepers lately from nuptial flights that have been asking a lot of curious questions. So I figured that something like this might be able to aid a lot of keepers in questions that they do have. So you'll notice there's a lot of water, but there's a reason for that. I'll get to that in a bit. So we've got a feeder, which is also new. Very handy, especially for colonies that are going to get very inquisitive for the outside world. So there's a little latch and lever. You basically push this back and you can close as you see fit and take out the insert that has the food or honey, sugar, water, whatever you do have inside it. Now, I did feed them last night a small little beetle that I have. Beetle roach, I'm not exactly sure of the species. Took it, chopped it up, gave it to them with honey. They loved it. You can clearly see when some of the larvae are filled. You see a small little black dot in that little larva over there. That shows that the larva is nicely fed. There's been food, the colony is doing well. The gases of the nanitics have also swelled up a bit. So they're well fed. So in the next few weeks, we will be showing this species as a how to raise a founding colony. How to raise a founding colony. So, yeah, we'll go from there. Excuse me. And it's going to be a slow one. It's going to be a slow start. Of course, CAMPO notice are notorious for the first year taking their time, but thereafter, you have a problem of that with the maculatus. They're actually on their second year now, so they are going to need new space after winter, which I'm hoping that these enclosures are enough for them, because I don't want to do too much to cause a problem. So we've got about 1, 2, 3, 4 segments from South Africa. They've helped a lot. Just plug in the segment into here and you can plug in the next one and off you go. Anyway, guys, I'll put some stills maybe if I can, if I get some nice photos. For those curious how big these colonies are going to get, Ludwig, guy from Bugsman's Life, managed to find a colony in the wild of them, and he managed to have a photo of a couple of the majors and the color schemes that they do have, which is beautiful. I mean, the red mixed with the gold, the black, and some greenish in there. It's a really unique species. But yeah, that's going to be it for the video. It's sad news about the weaver. Really sad news. Not something that I wish on any keeper. But that's life, as the song says. And then we'll take it from there. There's not much we can do, but keep on keeping on. Anyway, guys, I hope you guys enjoy the short little video. In the next few weeks, the next topic will basically be about feeding the colony. I'll try and actively show me feeding through this little tube over here, and then explaining the next step after in this test tube and things like that. Anyway, guys, have a good one. Hope you guys enjoy. Thank you. Bye.